Hey guys, it's Nick, and here I am at East Beach in Fort DeSoto State Park, which is a bunch of beaches actually. And you can check out the huge parking lot they got here. And it's not even half full. It's a Saturday, about 3:45. And so I want to show people what this beach looks like, because it's kind of half beach and half park. So you see, you got benches and everything. You can come here and barbecue. You can get in the shade under the trees, and then you can go swim in the beach as well. And there's also a bathroom where you can change and use the bathroom or whatever. So this is a good alternative for people that, think Clearwater Beach is too crowded or there's no parking. And also it's $5 to get in to the park, and it's, per carload. So for $5 you can come here and get very easy parking. You can barbecue. Now let's check out the actual beach. So I don't know if you can see the bridge behind me. That's the bridge that goes to Bradenton and Sarasota. So you got a view of the bridge over there, and Sarasota is down that way. I don't know if you can see it. And this is the beach here. It's not a huge beach, it's not really wide, but you have all this room to yourself pretty much. I mean, there's not that many people. Like I said, it's Saturday afternoon, like 4 o'clock. So water's pretty good except for some seaweed and whatnot. But there's the same water that is in Clearwater. So like I said, it's not a very big beach, but you have the park, and you kind of, if you just want to be away from the crowds and stuff, this is a perfect place to come. Either this beach or some of the other beaches on Fort De Soto, which are down this way, which I'm going to go check those out as well. So there's multiple beaches here for getting in for just $5 for a full carload of cars. So if you want to be away from the crowds of Clearwater, come down here. The only negative is that there isn't a bunch of restaurants and hotels here, so you got to bring your own stuff. But a lot of people are okay with that. So just trying to show what the options are for Florida tourists who come down here, because the crowded beaches of Clearwater or maybe some other beaches are not really everybody's cup of tea. So here's some other options for you. So now I'm going to head to the much bigger beach, the North Beach, and you just head along this road here. It's basically the only main road that goes through here, so you really can't get lost. And it's on the other end of Fort De Soto Park pretty much. And now Fort De Soto gets its name because there's an old fort from the early 1900s. You can go there and check it out. It's free, and there's some old cannons and things like that. It's it's interesting to see for a little bit, but you're not going to spend more than 20-30 minutes there tops, I would say. There's also a dog park, a really nice pier, like a modern pier where a lot of people fish off of. And just to give you an idea of where Fort De Soto Park is, it's about 33 miles south of Clearwater Beach. So if you're considering Clearwater and you're staying somewhere closer to St. Petersburg, it's much closer to St. Petersburg. It's about 17 miles from downtown St. Petersburg to Fort De Soto State Park. And while there's miles and miles of beaches around Florida, in St. Petersburg and Clearwater, there's plenty of beaches, North Reddington, Madeira, Indian Shores, all of that stuff. But the problem is they're on these little strips of land, so parking is really difficult and pretty expensive and hard to find in a lot of these places. So that's why I like Fort De Soto State Park, because as you'll see in the north parking lot, the thing is huge, so parking is not even an issue when you come out here. So this is the North Beach in DeSoto, Fort DeSoto State Park. As you see, there's got to be thousands, a few thousand parking spots. So if you're worried about parking in places like Clearwater, come over here and you won't have a problem at all to find parking. So I'm going to go check out the beach now and show you what it looks like. And you see it has bathrooms and everything to change, so it has pretty much everything you need. So out of the two beaches, the East Beach and the North Beach, I think there's also a dog beach, and there's also a pier you can fish from. So there's a lot of things here in Fort De Soto Park, but this is probably the major beach here. So let's see how big it is and how many people and how wide it is. So this is the beach, much wider than the other one, better sand, looks like a little lighter, more powdery than the East Beach, it looks. Down that way is the pier and the East Beach and the bridge to St like I showed you. So this beach obviously could fit a lot more people, and so this is where the majority of the people come, and you see it goes down pretty far down there. Another thing is this beach has a lifeguard. Not all the beaches do in Florida, especially since there's so many hundreds of miles of beaches. So I guess that's a good thing. Most people are used to having a lifeguard on their beach all the time. That's not always the case in Florida. So let's go check out the water. Little bit of small tiny waves. There's a little bit of wind. I don't know if my umbrella is going to hold up, but you see the beach goes all the way down there. It curves kinda, and there's a lot of people in the water, not like Clearwater, but still a very good amount. And let's take a look at the water. Very clear, and no seaweed like was washed up on the shore on the East Beach. So this is definitely, I would say, a nicer beach than the East Beach, but you know, I don't think you have the picnicking and stuff you can do, the barbecuing, like you can on the East Beach. So this beach is a great alternative for people that want to come down to Florida and don't want to be in too crowded touristy areas and expensive parking and you know, that kind of stuff. Like I said, the only minus is that you don't have the restaurants and the hotels and the convenience of being able to just walk off the beach in Clearwater and get a slice of pizza or a burger or something like that. You got to bring your own stuff. There is like a snack bar place here, but I don't know what it has. I would doubt that it's, you know, that great or anything. So if you're gonna come here, you better pack your own stuff like a lot of the people do here and just bring it with you, because this place is, you know, it's a few miles from the stores and stuff, and you have to leave Fort De Soto State Park to get there. So if you're coming here, expect to stay here for a few hours without having to leave, you know, in the middle of it. But again, this is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. So you see there's a good crowd here, but it's not so crowded that you can't get a seat or something like that. So definitely a good choice. The North Beach in Fort De Soto State Park. So that's my video on 2 of the beaches in Fort De Soto Park. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And please leave a comment and let me know if either of these beaches that I showed you today are beaches that you would consider coming to, or if you would rather stick to beaches like Clearwater Beach and St. Pete Beach. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching.